He came to me in the midnight hour with a voice like thunder and a peace like fire. He said, you're in a war, my son, but you're not fighting alone. Michael, the angel of war, he told me to stand strong, hold on a little more. Michael, he whispered in my ear, said every blessing comes, it starts with me right here. Michael, he told me I'm not alone. Michael, said my faith gon' move the stone. Michael, he told me I'm not alone. Michael, said my faith gon' move the stone. I was walking through a season full of trouble, full of pain, storm clouds all around me, thunder rolling in my brain. But he showed up like a soldier, wings shining in the dark. Said, fear not, mighty warrior, you were chosen from the start. He said, stand up, be ready, the battle's in the air, but heaven fighting with you, so don't you ever fear. Move forward in your purpose, move forward in your dream, cause when you move in faith, heaven moves with thee. Michael, the angel of war, he told me to stand strong, hold on a little more. He whispered in my ear, said every blessing come, it starts with me right here. He told me I'm not alone, said my faith gon' move the stone. He told me I'm not alone, said my faith gon' move the stone. He said anything you touch, gon' turn to testimony. Anything you speak, gon' turn to kingdom glory. Anything you dream, gon' manifest in time. Just stay in the spirit and your light gon' shine. He said your family is covered, everyone connected, blessed. God gon' heal the broken pieces, God gon' bring you rest. You stepping into favor, this season is divine. You the spark for generations, it all begins with your mind.
He told me go move now,
Move now,
walk in your purpose,
break every chain.
break every chain.
You were born for greatness.
The blessing starts with you,
Will you
your whole family blessed.
bless, bless?
Bless Michael,
The angel of war, he told me to stand strong, hold on a little more.
Michael,
He whispered in my ear, said every blessing come, it starts with me right here.
Michael,
He told me I'm not alone, said my faith gon' move the stone.
Michael,
He told me I'm not alone,
Michael.
said my faith gon' move the stone. He said, you are chosen, you are covered, you are anointed, you are becoming everything God called you to be. Now move and watch heaven move with you.
We back with another one. We back with another
Came to
one.
me in the midnight hour
That's my personal song.
with a voice
Not from Michael
like
Penix. That's
thunder
my personal song.
and a peace like fire.
Ah! What going on, man? I appreciate y'all for coming over here, man. Dirty Birds, Savages, we getting this thing done over here. So I'm about to talk about the Atlanta Falcons. Appreciate y'all for the one that was just on my live. I appreciate y'all for subscribing and coming over here. Y'all already know what to expect, but MONEYMANE about to give y'all another little insight on what he know about their football. I'm telling you. So Matt Ryan came out and said they won't commit to Michael Penix Jr. as the starting quarterback when healthy. That ain't exactly what he said, but you know how this media is, and they can interpret stuff, and it looked like the circus actually done followed Kevin Stefanski down there to Atlanta. So he said this right here. Matt Ryan said this. Neither of us are the head coach of the football team, so we can't answer your question on that. That's what he was saying. I think as we start to get into this process and dive deeper into the roster, how it currently stands, where it's going in the future, I think those are conversations that'll be a part of it. I'm telling you right now, Matt Ryan just don't know what he did. Matt Ryan does not know what he just did. Because I said this 2 weeks ago, right here on this channel, right here, this video down here at the bottom, they got 8.7 thousand views. 2 weeks ago, I said Michael Penix's career in Atlanta might be over. Everybody thought I was crazy.
Welcome back, my savages. This changed everything for his future. Michael Penix Jr. career as Atlanta Falcon might be over. Here's why.
I am rooting like crazy that Michael Penix is the guy here. Why? Well, I'm a Falcon fan. He's my young quarterback. I want to believe that a quarterback taken in the top 10 is your franchise guy for the next 10 years. If I was betting on it, though, and somebody asked me to put my money down, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it in good conscience for so many reasons right now. This feels like a very long shot that Stefanski is going to look at Michael Penix and think, I'm going to ride with him for the next 5 or 6 years with my contract, my NFL future on the line. And there are some common sense reasons why. And you have to get out of your feelings on this one. There's a difference in what we want, what we're rooting for, and what we think. And here's what I mean. Michael's got an injury history that is obvious. It happened again this year with the ACL. He's already had 2 other knee injuries, so that's going to be a problem. His ability to play under center is non-existent, and it's concerning. Do you guys know that Kevin Stefanski's offenses have quarterbacks under center more than any other offense in the league? Chuck, pop quiz for you. Do you know how many times Michael has been under center in the last 2 years?
Oh, I would say 38 snaps.
Lower.
Oh, no.
28 snaps.
Lower.
Oh, no.
18
Lower.
No.
Okay, how many?
He's been under center 7 snaps in 2 years.
For reals.
For reals.
How can that be possible?
That's a great question.
That's not good coaching.
Or did they draft a guy who just for whatever reason doesn't know how to play under center or feels comfortable? I don't know.
That's not good coaching either.
All of it's bad. But all of it also means that Kevin Stefanski is not going to have use for you long term. And I hate that for Michael. But then you add in either a lack of mobility or as an aftermath to the injuries, he just doesn't want to move around the pocket. We've covered all that before. His inconsistent accuracy. These are all problems. Now, can he get better at certain things? Yes. But this is a new head coach. There's a new GM. 2026 becomes do or die for Michael Penix. You get whatever time you're on the field, 8 games, 10 games, 12 games, whatever it is, to show them that in 2027, we're not going to bring somebody into what we'll call compete with you, but take your job. This is now the time for Michael to show out or he's not going to be here long term.
People didn't want to believe me when I said it then, and they sure enough ain't going to believe me now. And then it becoming national, man. Stephen A. up here on First Take talking about Michael Penix. The Falcons regretting drafting Michael Penix. And I done told y'all about Kevin offense. I done covered it for over a year over there at Cleveland with Shador. And I done seen how Kevin offense operate. Dink and dunk, play action based, under center quarterback. He rarely goes shotgun, if at all. He's the only coach in the NFL that runs under center the most. And it's based off the running game. Shout out to Bijan. Hopefully Bijan can stay consistent. He already, like Kevin Stefanski, he done said it. Go watch that video when I posted what he said at the Pro Bowl about Kevin Stefanski. He said he was fired. Go watch the full video. But I'm telling you right now, I don't like this, man. I don't like this. Then what Michael Penix had put out on Instagram, honestly, it ain't no problem with him saying it and putting it out there, but I don't see what's the point of putting it out there. Now, I ain't reading this whole thing. Y'all can go look it up yourself. But to me, it seems like he worried, I ain't gonna say he worried, but he concerned that with this change and what's going on in his media, it might start to affect him. Because one thing I didn't see from a quarterback that was going through completely totally different situation, but much worse in my opinion, he did not one time come out and say anything like this. Like I said, is not nothing bad. I don't think it's nothing bad that he said, nothing. But me, I wouldn't have said it and put it out. But it ain't nothing wrong with him saying it and putting it out. But I, in my personal opinion, I would not have did this. This would have been something that I would have kept internal and then motivated me coming into the season to work hard. I wouldn't have had to told nobody none of this. I wouldn't have had to put it out there in public. But I understand. Two different people, two different personalities, raised two different ways. Some people get emotional, some people don't. You know what I'm saying? But in this situation, I wouldn't have put that out. And now I'm thinking it's a response to all the doubt that he now getting. Because maybe he say he done faced it, but I don't know if you done faced it in this type way. But I'm telling you again, man. I won't say it one more time. Let me get my close up. Y'all know how I do. Michael Penix is not Kevin's quarterback. I know everybody, I was seeing it on Twitter, the Falcon fans, people tweeting, it ain't Michael Penix's fault. Zach Robinson, he a trash offensive coordinator. But guess who else a trash offensive coordinator? Kevin Stefanski. He gave the play calling over twice to his offensive coordinator. And Tommy Reese ain't do too much better. And guess what, Falcons? Y'all got both of them. So you tell me what's going to change. You tell me, can Kevin develop a young quarterback? No. So what Michael Penix need? Development. Where he going to get it from? I don't know. Because Bill Musgrave ain't come with Kevin Stefanski. He the one that was helping Shador. So whoever their quarterback coach is, they done hired. He got to get in that book with Michael Penix. Then this go back into me saying that I don't think they going to trade Kirk Cousins. I think Kirk Cousins going to stay on the team. They going to, whatever they done did, I done looked at the numbers. On what they could do with Kirk Cousins' contract. And they already done restructured it. Maybe they restructure it again because now they finally got another GM and we don't know what he know for as the salary cap and all that type stuff, plus the salary cap going up. They're going to help him out. They might have insurance on his contract like Cleveland did Deshaun. I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't think Kirk Cousins go nowhere until he actually do go somewhere. Then if he actually do go somewhere, then I believe in Michael Penix a little more. But at this point in time, Kirk Cousins is still on the roster. Michael Penix still injured. Michael Penix got to recover. He got to come back from injury. He got to learn his playbook, learn his offense, and get on the center. Until then, I got big question marks.
Quarterback position. Should the Falcons regret taking Penix with the 8th overall pick?
I think so. And it's not about his game because the brother can play. But I don't know this. You two especially know this better than me. I'm going to tell you what I was told. That you see him lined up in the shotgun most of the time because it's difficult for him to line up under center because he has to bend his knees too much. I mean, damn. I mean, think about it. I mean, come on now. You know, when that is the reason, that you're in shotgun formation most of the time, that is problematic. I want to applaud Matt Ryan. Because you know what? Usually you're a new executive and you show up and you just blow me and you just spread it flowers all over. No time for that. He like, damn it, the quarterback position. We ain't committing to no damn body. Why? Because we paid Kirk Cousins over the last 2 years, okay? Over the last 2 years, they paid Kirk Cousins $90 million, and that's produced 12 wins and no playoff appearances in 2 years, okay? So clearly, you haven't got a return on your investment where he's concerned. Penix is injury prone, so you haven't had that going on. And the Atlanta Falcons got Bijan Robinson. Oh my God, what a stud that brother is. That brother's special. I mean, he's just special. You got Drake London, you got Kyle Pitts and these brothers. You need a quarterback, okay? So if you're Matt Ryan, what you're saying is clearly we're not good enough. And for him to be there, and before he had a chance to pass gas, is telling everybody, damn it, we're passing gas. It's not perfume we're spewing out there, okay? I applaud him. Atlanta, you're in a good spot because you got an executive that is already honest enough to tell you what you already know, which is, damn it, you ain't good enough, and we got to take care of some business and primarily it's the quarterback position, and the likelihood is we don't have either guy that's good enough for what we need.
I agree with it to a certain point. I don't think that I'm not saying Michael Penix can't be something, but with him being under this new coach that I know can't develop him because he's a young player and he still need to learn some stuff. I don't think Atlanta it. I don't think Atlanta the home where he need to do that and become that franchise quarterback. And Kirk Cousins is not the long-term solution because he only got 2 years left on his contract. Now, gat boy, speak, however you say that. I'm country folk now. Bear with me. I'm about to show you something, dog. Because this is exactly what I'm talking about. Right now, the Falcons got that potential out. This is where we at right here. The 2026 2-year, $90 million, $35 million dead cap. As you can see, in 2026, the Falcons already done restructured Kirk Cousins' contract. So he only going to hit the cap for $2.1 million this year. Listen to what I said now. He only going to hit the cap for $2.1 million this year. Right here. Look to the right here. January 6th, agreed to restructure contract with Atlanta that reduces his 2026 salary from $35 million to $2.1 million, adding $32.9 million difference to his 2027 salary. Now you say, MONEYMANE, that means they ain't gonna pay him that much this year, but they gonna pay him a lot in 27, like you were saying. But what insurance do you got on the roster right now? You ain't got no insurance. None. But that's what I'm saying. But what insurance do you got on the roster right now? You got Michael Penix and Kirk Cousins. You mean to tell me you going to go find another quarterback in free agency? That's what you going to do, or you going to trade for one? I don't think they trade for one because Ian Cunningham said he like draft pick. Now, whatever magic they about to do, I don't know. But I know Kirk Cousins might not get traded. But if they do release him, you ain't got no insurance. And the reason why I say they might keep him is, and just pay him that money, it was a bad contract from the get-go. Let me say that. It was a bad contract from the get-go. I ain't worried about the cap situation. I'm not worried about the cap situation. I'm more worried about the product on the field. Like the man just said, Kevin Stefanski ain't about to go out here in year one and S the bed. He got a veteran quarterback that done played in the system that he likes veteran quarterbacks. That's what I'm saying. This is my opinion. Now, I ain't saying they not going to release Kirk Cousins. I'm just telling you the reason why I think they might keep him. They could do whatever they want to do because I ain't in the front office, but they could do whatever they want to do. But I'm telling you right now, I'm seeing more and more, no matter what this number is and how much they owe him, that they might end up keeping Kirk Cousins just because he the vet quarterback and Kevin probably won't him. And for them to win straight out the gate, they're going to need a veteran quarterback that know that offense. That's what I'm saying. Now, on the other end, the same guy that you heard on the first clip, he did say, no, it wasn't him. It was the Falcon report. He did say that the Falcons would release Kirk Cousins and they would want to sign him back on a cheaper deal. To me, that don't make no sense for Kirk Cousins. As a NFL player that's at the tail end of my career, knowing that if I get released and the same team that released me want me back for a cheaper deal, I just lost $50 million. So I don't think that's happening. If they release Kirk I don't think he's coming back. No matter what their relationship is with Kevin Stefanski and him. I don't know. But like I said, it's just speculation. I don't know. They could release him tomorrow for all I know. But at the same time, I'm just arguing my point, in my opinion, that they might keep Kirk Cousins. That's all I'm saying. Now, going back to Michael Penix, yeah, crazy to release and resign. Crazy. That's why I say I don't think he's going to do that. I don't think he'll do that. Not Kirk Cousins. The Falcons might want to do it, but not Kirk Cousins.
Stefanski, two-time coach of the year. Here's my question about Kevin Stefanski. Two-time coach of the year. Clearly can coach. Knows what he's doing. I understand that. But ladies and gentlemen, this man was in Cleveland for about 6 years, had 13 different quarterbacks. One of them was Baker Mayfield. Another was Jacoby Brissett. Obviously, Deshaun Watson, Joe Flacco, various others. Nothing could work. Nothing could work. Why should I feel excited about Kevin Stefanski being in Atlanta when you got Michael Penix Jr., who can't even line up behind center because it requires him to bend his knees too much, and his knees are kind of shot. That's why he's always in the shotgun. Or you got Kirk Cousins. What am I missing? Why is Kevin Stefanski the elite hire? I mean, Bijan Robinson is a stud, one of the best in the game, spectacular. Drake London ain't no joke. And, of course, Kyle Pitts ain't no joke either. You've got a trio of weapons right there, elite weapons, I might add. That's a good one. But you got to find a quarterback. Am I supposed to believe in Kevin Stefanski finding a quarterback? What am I missing? Here's my question about Kevin Stefanski.
That's what I've been saying. Now, I'm going to say this too, because I said in my video that the Falcons are going to end up drafting a quarterback in 27. But that's what I'm saying. You want to blame Zach, though. Zach Robinson, they're probably his offense. You can't blame Zach for putting them in his offense. Kevin run under center. I ain't blaming Michael Penix for not getting reps under center, but what I'm saying is, can he do it? And can he learn fast enough to get up to speed to start for week 1? Because I done heard this before, even though the Falcons, Atlanta media is completely, totally different from Cleveland. They are way more positive. Trust me that. Atlanta media is way more positive. But I need to see Michael Penix on the field going under center and running first-team reps smoothly to put the confidence, especially in Kevin, because I don't like Kevin Stefanski, but to put the confidence in that he can run this offense and run it to the best of his ability before week 1. Kevin offense. I done seen it. 2 rookie quarterbacks, even though Michael Penix ain't a rookie, but he almost a rookie because he ain't played him with 3 games the first year, half the game this year. I don't even know if that's a full season. So he ain't really played the full season the way he can get comfortable. He ain't got to learn a new playbook. That's what I'm saying. I ain't saying he can't do it. I said I need to see it. And I need to see it run smoothly to the point to where he can run it week 1 to full efficiency. Efficiency. There it is. Because I'm telling you, man, this dude, Kevin, they probably his last head coaching shot. You ain't about to waste a year. He going to want to win now. And then you going to want him to win now because this is the weakest division in the NFL. NFC South is the weakest division in the NFL. It was up to grab this year. It's going to be up to grab this coming up year. So you mean to tell me he ain't about to throw everything he can in to win the division and make it to the playoff his first year to solidify and validate that he was the correct hire? And what he did in Cleveland, all that sabotage, what he did with Shador and all them other folk, missing them calls in the games up there losing 3 to 4 games from coaching, he gonna try to validate that he was the right hire for Atlanta. That's all I'm saying. I agree with you. It ain't about the point. He already got the playbook. Can he understand it? That's what I'm saying. How fast can he learn it? Because he gonna have to learn it on his own. Kevin ain't teaching. But veteran experience, it ain't look, bro. I'm telling you, you might need to go to my main channel and look at them videos. Then you I'm gonna tell you that veteran experience style don't mean nothing. If Michael Penix can't get it, it ain't gonna mean nothing. Cause he gonna have to be proactive. Not posting on Instagram, like I said, ain't nothing wrong with it. But he need to be in Kevin's office right now. Rehabbing in his office.
Second year.
We all want the man to succeed, period.
100%.
I don't think there's anybody in here that, I don't want Michael Penix. I want the guy to be good because I don't want to start over at quarterback. Starting over at quarterback typically means you're starting over as a franchise.
And you have to wait.
Right.
We're tired of waiting.
We ain't got time to
wait. He
wait.
already has the acceleration of his first year getting in 3 games, his second year making it through half the season, and now he's got a new coach and offensive coordinator year 3.
I would like to get everybody's opinion on the initial thought when you see your starting quarterback put out something like this on social media.
You're going to be charged with being above that. You're going to be criticized as a quarterback, a starting quarterback in the National Football League. All criticism you're not going to like. So it could come across as he might have his antennae up a little bit and maybe be a little sensitive to the questions about his health and physical attributes.
I don't take much from athletes' social medias when they go on and do stuff like that. Put a big long paragraph to get whatever. It doesn't change what I feel about him. I'm going to care when we get to training camp. Is he under center? Does he have the ability to move? That's what I care about. Could his completion percentage get up to 66, 68%, somewhere in there? That's what I need to see. Social media posts, whatever. I remember Julio Jones scrubbing his social media of the Falcons.
It's a different day and age, a different athlete.
It is a different day and age and athlete. And I think that, you were alluding to it.
Hey, at least I ain't the only one.
Essentially the thought of maybe it's a Matt Ryan or somebody who steps in and say, the only way to shut people up is to just go out and do it.
100%.
Your social media post, it doesn't matter if you write a book about it. People are still going to talk about you. But it'll change the narrative the second you step on that field and prove everybody wrong that you can get under center, you can lead this team. Right. And at 25 years old, it may be a lesson that, he'll figure out.
Well, he's not had the opportunity to talk. When you're injured, you can't talk. You can't have sessions with the media. You're not doing a lot of interviews. So he's had to be quiet. And clearly there have been some things he's seen that's bothered him.
But if this helped him, mentally, so be it. Right?
I guess my thing is, what I would say to him is, talk to Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan had probably half the city that didn't like him, and there's still a whole lot of people.
Half the city still doesn't
like him. Really think he's all that. So he dealt with a whole lot, being the best Falcon of all time, and he's in the building now. It's hard to do when you hear people criticizing you and you feel like you want to respond.
No, he's got his feelings a little bit, and I would go to Matt Ryan. And now you have that guy at your
he's right there.
He's
He's
right there. Mm-hmm. If you're feeling a certain way and this and that, but to your point, you're exactly right. Rehab harder and get ready to play some football and prove everybody wrong.
At least I ain't the only one thinking like that. That's what I was saying. He gonna have to show me that he ready to play. And Kevin offense, he gonna stick with it. That's his offense. That's what he know. That's what he gonna stick with. And my boy was talking about the cap space creating 50 to 40 million. The only 2 people Kevin might keep is Kyle Pitts, and I would want to say Caden Ellis, the linebacker. Everybody else that's on the Falcon free agency, I don't know if he want them or the GM. Because I'm looking at it right now. Everybody else a little older, and they ain't gonna want to spend that much $8 million. They ain't gonna want to spend that much on the older aging players. Kyle Pitts would be my main priority. And right now, projected, he won 4 years. This is just a projection. 4 years, $43 million. You will have enough to sign him. Everybody else can basically walk. Kane Ellis, 3 years, $26 million. I don't know what number they actually gonna get now. It's just a projection. But them really the only 2 free agents that I want to keep on their roster. And if you can get everybody else at a decent price, that'll be good. But to solidify the quarterback position, that's the main thing we talking about right now. To solidify the quarterback position, I think I'm still just gonna say right now, it's Kirk Cousins. Just because he want to win now. But then you got this in there. Hold on, let me not do that one yet. It was one more I was looking at. This one right here.
Analyzing this, but I don't want to go crazy. I'm not psychoanalyzing this,
but it is long.
But it's it's very long. It's kind of a cry for help in some way too. You know, I don't know who you talk to. We say it all the time. If you're an athlete, you know this stuff is going to come. Whether it's your brother, your father, a friend, your agent, you have to run something, in my opinion. You can do it, and then people can comment on it. But don't you say, man, I wrote it. I'm not sure. What do you think? Is this going to come across the way I want? And don't forget, let's also drop the fallacy. He didn't speak to one person recently. He spoke to 2. And now, if he doesn't speak again, we won't hear anything from him until May.
Does the turtle race continue mean slow but steady?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Slow but steady?
I think so.
That wins the race.
Yeah. That would seem to be the obvious. Don't count me out because now the race is not done. Even if the rabbit's out there, don't worry. I've done enough to make sure that I'm still in the race. I don't want to go crazy. I'm not psychoanalyzing this.
But it is long.
Can they get them at the price? Can they get either 2 of them quarterbacks at the right price? They ain't no long-term solution either. But I'm telling you, man, if they sign one of them and they end up playing and starting, Michael Penix gone, man. He gone. It ain't no we about to wait and develop Michael Penix. Slow and steady race. Not with Kevin. I'm telling you, not with Kevin. I'm thinking they draft a quarterback in 27. That's what I think. But it all gonna depend on what they do with Kirk Cousins right now. If they release him and if they do bring in a quarterback. But like bro said, I don't know if I don't think it's a cry for help from Michael Penix, but like I told y'all earlier and before, I wouldn't have put it out. That would have been something internally that motivated me the whole season and motivated me from now all the way up until week 1 and make sure I become the starter. Now people gonna speculate, people gonna talk about it. They're like we talking about it, like they talking about it, like the whole national media talking about it. And now you putting another target on your back because now you don't put more pressure on yourself because now people gonna wonder if you don't get back in time or you don't be the starter. Now they're gonna question that post. Oh, you remember you said back in February you put out this, but you ain't even work hard enough. He could be setting himself up for that. That's one of the reasons why I wouldn't have put it out. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Like I'm gonna keep saying, ain't nothing wrong with it. It just something I would have kept that internal, man. I would have kept that internal. And you talking about them, like I said, these projections. I mean, you ain't really got too many quarterbacks to pick from unless he go get Kenny Pickett. Jimmy G, older. But I get it. He a big discount compared to Kirk Cousins. But were they vets? He should be able to come in and learn it offense quick and run it. But I wouldn't be surprised they go get Kenny Pickett. Bruh, you don't know Kenny Pickett like we know Kenny Pickett. But yeah, he is an option though. I don't like Kenny Pickett at all. He an option though. But like I said, I've been the reason why I say that is because I seen him in Cleveland. Like I might be a little biased, but I'm looking at these names now. Like who you really want to bet on? I ain't talking about just to hold out for a year. I'm talking about winning right now. That's how I'm thinking. I'm not thinking about a placeholder until Michael Penix get ready. I'm not thinking like that. I'm thinking about winning right now. I don't know about chip in the shoulder, bro. Like Kenny Pickett ain't good, period. That's just my opinion, though. He could come down to Atlanta and be a Sam Darnold, or I ain't gonna say go to the Super Bowl though, but he could be a Sam Darnold. But that's what I'm saying. You talking about releasing Kirk Cousins, who you gonna go get? If you want to win now, because you ain't got no insurance on the roster. Unless you going to draft the quarterback. Now you setting it up for another conversation. If the Falcons release Kirk Cousins, have Michael Penix, then they go draft the quarterback in the 26th draft with one of the few picks they do have. Now what you telling me? You don't believe in Michael Penix. Either way, if you keep Kirk Cousins, you trying to win now. Because these options up here, you're not paying Daniel Jones. He not playing anyway because he hurt. You're not getting Joe Flacco, which could be another possibility just because he done ran Kevin offense. That could be, I don't think you go get a placeholder though. That's what I'm saying. Like, can you win now with any of these quarterbacks? That's the question you got to ask. Just like they should have asked Kevin Stefanski, can you win a Super Bowl? But they didn't. Because that's the only reason why I'm hiring a new coach, is can you win a Super Bowl? I don't think Kevin can lead this team to a Super Bowl, but he could change my mind, and I admit if I'm wrong. But you look at that list and tell me, what, they're going to go get Malik Willis? He the only rising potential. But get what? He ain't played neither. So he going to have to learn the playbook. Well, either one of them going to have to learn the playbook besides Joe Flacco and Kirk Cousins and maybe Kenny Pickett. Them the only three that probably don't have to learn the complete playbook because they already done seen it and been in it. Everybody else going to have to learn the playbook completely. But I don't know, man. My main priority right now would be re-signing Kyle Pitts. That would be my main priority. But then you got this situation right here.
Trading Jesse Bates would be incredibly unpopular, but guess what GMs don't care about? Fan reaction and popularity. Jesse's still good. He's probably not the player he was 2 years ago, but he's still good. He's got 1 year left. He's an expensive safety. As Ian starts to remake this roster, what did he say in his presser today? I love draft picks. He's like, I love draft picks. I love the capital. I love the volume of it. I love what we can do, their currency.
What do I get for a 30-year-old safety with 1 year left that's costly?
29 years old.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Who's the DC there? Oh, look at the light come on Shock, the big brain. Raheem Morris is the DC. Yes. I don't know what they'd offer you. I couldn't believe the Falcons at one point got a second-round pick for Mohamed Sanu.
That was one of those things where you'd have to type the light bulb and it just kind of catches.
You got it. I couldn't believe the Patriots gave us a 2 for Mohamed Sanu. Is there a world where the Niners, who were in championship mode, who were like, we got to keep stacking and kind of our defense wasn't good, even with Robert Saleh, we had to piece things together.
The Falcons gave a 3 for Judon and knew it was 1 year, and he was hurt.
Fred Warner was hurt last year for the Niners. Bosa was hurt. They were banged up. So they still kind of did okay, but they need players. would they trade a third, maybe a second for Jesse Bates? And if they were willing to offer one or the other, if I'm Ian Cunningham, I'd do it. I need picks. I need to move on. Jesse's still good, but I'm paying too much for a safety. You're not going to bring him back after next year. You're going to start remaking this roster. And again, that would not be popular because the pushback would be, how do you get better without Jesse Bates? I would say this, as good as Jesse is, he's not what he was 2 years ago, but he's still good. The drop-off isn't significant enough to an okay safety that it's not worth giving it up for a pick, and it wouldn't crush you and your defense. If you're better up front, the safety becomes less important. And if you're Ian, who loves draft picks, I would absolutely consider it. I think he would.
I agree with a lot of that. Last year, here's what I think I saw. I think I saw Jesse having to guess maybe a little more blatantly, and he didn't always guess right. Hang on. All right, I'm touching the internet right now. I could look if I cared enough. As I recall, Jesse's season, didn't he kind of goose the stats towards the end of the year?
Started
and kind of made
balls
him,
off.
okay.
He's always going to cheat. That's how he is. He's a safety who likes to play a little center field and cheat.
He was missing. Well, here's the thing. It's not a corner you move to safety. He's going to be 30 years old. You said he's got 1 year left and they're not going to bring him back.
His cap hit, by the way, $24 million, I think.
It's a lot of cash. They would not bring him back, I don't believe, after that. Not for a multi-year deal, not for a safety who at that point is in his 30s. And there's nowhere for a safety to move. Like a corner can move to safety. Safety moves to secondary coach. That's what's next.
But let me be clear. I still think Jesse's good, and I think he'll have a good year.
Absolutely. I'm
just
agree
saying,
with that.
when you think about what the Falcons are trying to do, remaking some of the roster, when you have a cap sheet that at the top of it, I looked this morning, at the top of the cap sheet is Jake Matthews, AJ Terrell, to go along with Chris Lindstrom, Jesse Bates, and as I said, soon enough, Bijan Robinson. You're going to have to do some things concession-wise when it comes to kind of reshaping not only the roster, but the cap. And if somebody's willing, like San Francisco, to give you that pick, I think Ian would jump at it.
Jesse Bates might be gone. Just because when Xavier Watts did, Xavier Watt balled out. Rookie year, got that much production. Jesse Bates might be gone. Based on everything they just said. He about to get $13 million this year. He's gonna hit the cap for $24 million. They probably not gonna re-sign him. Especially from what he probably asking for. The new general manager like draft picks. They're gonna have to pay Bijan. You get what I'm getting? I don't care how good or how much you think he got left in the tank. He don't look like Jesse Bates is gonna stay. They ain't about to extend it, man. They are not about to extend him. On what deal? What deal you gonna extend him on? He ain't about to get the same 4 years, $64 million. That's what he got to come to Atlanta. He not even gonna get close to that. Not even close. They might want him back on this year, the $12 million deal. I know it was a franchise tag, but something like that. But no. I think he gone, man. Could look right here. If they trade him, he don't gonna hit the dead cap for $18.2 million. He hit the dead cap for $18.2 million. The Falcons get $6.5 million in cap. They get $6.5 million added to the cap. So now they got $34.2 million in cap. If they trade them, they get cap space and they get draft capital or whatever, a player or whatever else they trade them for. They get that back. So there it is right there. They trading them. Nah, they trading them. I just did it right there. There it is right there, man. There it is. I'm telling you. The Falcons looking at it as a win-win. They getting rid of some money. They ain't got to extend them. They gaining draft capital or a player or both, and they gaining cap space. No, he gone. He gone. Kirk Cousins ain't gonna show up After that, you had to do that, the release. Nah, so you ain't gonna do that. But yeah, I think Jesse Bates gone after saying that, because this right here, ESPN did a redraft for the 2025, and they got the 3 Falcon players. 2 got drafted in the first round, and Xavier Watts got drafted in the 3rd round, and they projected him being the first rounder if they did a redraft. So yeah, Jesse Bates gone. Jesse Bates probably gone. All this speculation ain't nothing, solidified, but the way it's looking, he gone, man. I'm telling you right now. I don't know what the Falcons gonna do. I don't know what they're gonna do. But at the same time, Michael Penix, man, I don't want her to be in the same in a hard situation, being the backup, and know he ready to play, and if he get developed the right way, he could be something. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing you gotta, especially with the coach they coming in. Everybody talking about this an A+ higher, this that. What gonna happen when they don't win that many games or win the same amount of games you did last year? To be honest, I think they should have let Raheem Moore stay 1 more year. That's what I think. Cause like they won the last 4 games, they were playing amazing, and that game against the Bills Monday night, oh my! If they could have just stayed consistent like that, that team was on fire. I was like, this is amazing. Like, them boys came ready to play, and they played. They were balling. But we gonna see. They're gonna do it for me. I need to get up all that thing. Been live 2 straight shows. That's what I'm saying. That's why I think he needed 1 more year, though. But the Falcons always been inconsistent. Like they lose the game they supposed to win, and win the game they supposed to lose. It don't make no sense. They play with you like that. They play with your emotions. But I think they would have had to change the offensive coordinator, but I think Raheem would need 1 more year, though. But even the offense didn't look too bad them last 4 games. Even though Kurt was in there, but neither here nor there. But yeah. Y'all hit that like button, subscribe, and share, and tell your friend about the Dirty Bird Savages. Don't forget, Money Man, you already know. Follow me on TikTok, The Prime Effect. We doing big things over there. About to hit 21,000 followers on TikTok. Follow me on Twitch, Money Man, you already know, no space. Follow me on Twitter, X, whatever it is, Money Man, at Money Man, and at Browntown Ops. I'm telling you right now, you don't want to miss it. If your pocket feeling a little heavy and you feel like you need to give somebody some money, Cash App down there strolling at the bottom, Renewed Gospel for all your gospel and music needs. Money Man got it. Link down in the description to all the YouTube channels Money Man got. We doing big things on this thing. I'm telling you, man, Dirty Bird Savage about to take off too, because I'm learning and I'm growing, and all these channels about to take off. And we're going to stay with it all year long. So if you don't want to miss nothing, I suggest you stay here and stay tuned in. So hit that subscribe button, turn that notification bell on so you won't miss another show, another episode of this great Dirty Bird Savage with Money Man. You already know. Dropping his knowledge, looking at Kevin Stefanski, what he going to do with this Falcon squad. I don't know why they hired him, but they did. But we going to see. And cause I'm telling you, we about to find out if Kevin can coach or not. And like I say, I admit if I'm wrong. But for right now, the actions speak louder than words. Appreciate you, big dog, because all these bangers that I'm about to play, especially on the intro and the outro, they over there. I'm about to upload a new song over there. I'm about to preview it right here for y'all. But it's going to be uploaded today on Renewed Gospel. I need to go ahead and do that. But yeah, we're going to drop that new banger over there. But it is what it is. Y'all already know what time it is.
Yeah. Talk to me, Lord. If you brought me to it, you walk me through it. Amen.